Samsung Galaxy J3 Emerge gaming review. Let's get into that right now. Let's go. Alright guys, so welcome to this gaming review of the Samsung Galaxy J3 Emerge. Now, I'm doing this one because a few of you requested to see how the gaming performance is on this guy, and I don't want to take too long to talk about gaming in the full review. So I downloaded a few games here, and we're going to see how that performance is just here. I was already playing a few games before I went ahead and did this test, just to see how it performs so I don't come up here not doing my research and not knowing what it performs like. And I can tell you, it was actually pretty enjoyable on most of these casual games. Now, Asphalt 8 I did play. Now, the games, in my experience, they did load a little bit slower. And you can see all the applications are now closed on the J3 Emerge. So we're just going to go into a few of them. So let's begin with Temple Run here. And let's see how that loads up. So you can see, let me turn the volume down so we can talk about this. You can see that was pretty darn quick there. Now, this device is rocking an Adreno 308, which is a late 2016 GPU. And it does have the Snapdragon 430 CPU, which is a later quad-core 400 series. And it's just basically updated, and it's optimized for these lower end, priced phones. So we can get decent performance in the hands of more people here in 2017. So yeah, you can see it performs pretty well there on Temple Run. Now that's a casual game, so you might be saying to yourself, well, that game doesn't really say anything about the performance. It just says that it can run a basic game, which even the cheapest phones of cheap can run. So let's try something a little bit more graphically intensive, like Subway Surfers. There's a little bit more graphics going on here in Subway Surfers. Not too much more than Temple Run, but a little bit more. But you can see there is a slight delay from the time you tap the app to open, but I'm not too upset with the way this is loading. You can see, still waiting on the load. This is not no iPhone 7. This is not no Galaxy S7. This doesn't load blazingly fast like that. But I mean, that wasn't extremely slow either. It wouldn't really frustrate me at all if I wasn't comparing it side by side with a more flagship or a more premium device, if that. So you can see right there, the guy is just running right through them trains with no problems here. So you can definitely enjoy this, and I don't really see any frame rate slowdowns or glitches here when he jumps. Let's do a little bit more playing to see if you can see anything there. So let's play one more time. Tell me if you guys see any like stutters or delays or anything like that here. And let's move him around a little bit so we can try to make this baby stutter. And I'm not seeing anything here, so pretty well optimized here for the Subway Surfers game. Let's get out of Subway Surfers and let's go into Asphalt 8, which does require more, GPU usage and processor usage here on these more graphically intensive games. And the phone didn't get hot at all during my use. Now, I didn't play it for more than like 5 minutes, so that might change things. I will test this further and mention this in the full review if it does get hot. But so far, I haven't even experienced any heat issues here with this Galaxy J3 Emerge. So let's skip the tutorial and let's play a quick race here if we can. Let's just go to next. Let's go to next. Let's go to next, start race. Let's get in there really quickly here. But overall, the J3, I was going to do the camera review first, but I decided to do the gaming review first because it's been pretty cloudy over here in Chicago, and cloudy days don't make for the best pictures. But we do have a decent day coming up here Saturday. So we're going to go out and do the camera review more than likely on Saturday. So you can see graphically, it takes a little bit of time to load up, but I think pretty much every device takes a little bit of time to load up on Asphalt 8. This is a graphically intensive game, but also very fun to play. But you can see, you can play this just fine. I'm not seeing any frame rate issues. Are you seeing them? Let me know. I'm not a gaming expert. I play games from time to time, but I never play them in depth. I don't sit on the gaming all day. So those of you out there who play games consistently, you'll be able to tell me even more if you're seeing any issues here with the graphics and stuff like that. But I'm not seeing any here. Now, the graphics don't look quite as good in terms of the way the car actually looks than on something like an AMOLED display. This is a TFT LCD here for the J3 Emerge. But you can see that Asphalt 8 was playing just fine, and that impressed me a lot. And you could see even with the games open, we're still not having no slowdown here on the software, which is very enjoyable. So let's get into Temple Run 2 here now. I'll let this guy load up. And you can see the games themselves, they don't blaze right into the loading. So that's where you're going to see a little bit of difference here in terms of the performance, is that the games themselves they don't just fly open really fast like you're going to find on a flagship device. But once they load, you can play them just fine here. So let's try Temple Run 2 here. Now, Temple Run 2 is a little bit more graphically intensive than Temple Run. I've noticed there's way more going on here in terms of the way it looks and stuff like that. You can see there's more trees, there's more snow, so definitely more work by developers to create this game than over the original Temple Run. So I have seen slowdowns on Temple Run 2 versus Temple Run on other devices, and that's why I went ahead and did two different Temple Runs here. But yeah, really love this game. What are you guys seeing? I'm not seeing anything, and I'm playing this game with just ease, and it's just like playing it on a flagship device. I cannot tell any difference here, honestly, to be totally truthful with you. And that's saying something, because this device is now going for $80 on Boost Mobile, and you get a nice Grace UI here. You don't get the AMOLED display here, but you do get the Grace UI, which is very similar to the Galaxy Note 7, and that baby blew up. So let's go ahead and try Stack. Now, Stack is a very light game, but let's just see how fast it loads into these even lighter games, because I think most of you might be playing lighter casual games on a device like this. I don't expect anybody to buy this device and go ahead and try to run the most graphically intensive, although there is some rebels out there that are going to go ahead and try just that. So let's go ahead and stack them up, stack them up, stack them up, stack them up, stack them up. No issues there. Now let's get out of there and let's go into Traffic Rider. Let's see how this baby loads up. So you can see a little bit of a delay there opening up the application, but this is not bad performance, and I am not, upset or disappointed in the Galaxy J3 Emerge at all. It's just, it works, and it works well. It doesn't blaze on through, but it works well, and that's all I care about, especially when we're talking about, a device at this price point here. So let's see if we can play really quickly here. There's always like 17 different loading screens when you're trying to play stuff here, but let's go ahead and hit the throttle. Come on, hit the throttle. Let's go fast. We ain't trying to go slow. Okay, here we go. You can see boom, 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 boom. No issues whatsoever. So nice stuff here in terms of the gaming performance for such a low price device. Looking a little bit better, honestly, than last year's J3 2016 in terms of the gaming, in my opinion. I don't know if this has anything to do with the software, just the newer GPU, or the newer processor in the Snapdragon 430, but it's pretty solid here. Let's try Jetpack Joyride here, another casual game. It's running pretty decent. Now, I think if you get into those RPGs like Final Fantasy and stuff like that, you might see a little bit of glitch when you're swiping swords and stuff. But overall, I'm pretty sure you could even play those babies on here as well. But you could see one of my favorite games, Jetpack Joyride. Actually, Jetpack Joyride lagged up, I think, on Windows Home. So I have seen this baby lag on other devices before. So to see this play smoothly here on the Galaxy J3 Emerge here at under $100 is pretty nice stuff. So I hope this video, I accidentally hit the home button there, but I hope this video is showing you that most casual games, if you're deciding to pick up a Samsung Galaxy J3 Emerge and your question was, I want to play games on the phone, how does it perform? Most casual games are going to play just fine here, and even in this game I'm not finding any glitches or hangs, so this test is proving that. Now I want to go into CPU-Z really quickly before we wrap up this video with a couple more applications and multitasking, and show you this is a 1.4 gigahertz clock speed Cortex A53 Snapdragon 430 CPU with an Adreno 308. So if we go into the device, you can see we're rocking out with a 720p display and total RAM of 1.5 gigs. So this guy is not packing the heat in terms of overall specifications, but it does pack pretty decent specifications nonetheless. So let's go ahead and see how those applications load in the background after they've been opened. So do they have to reload? And yes, that had to reload. So this is where you're really going to see a difference in, this device, is when you have to reload things. So going into Jetpack Joyride, there, now we've seen it. Now we've seen the little glitch. You seen that little hang right there? That's what you're going to expect, especially in the multitasking. So let's go to Asphalt 8. Again, a reload. So this is exactly what's going to be different between a flagship device, a more expensive device, or just a better GPU device, is going to be this. When you reload games. Now, Traffic Rider was pretty well decent, but it's seeming like pretty much everything that we are opening there has been, reloading. But overall, the device didn't crash here in this video. The device didn't crash in any games. There was no stutters. there was no hangs. So if you were deciding to pick up a Galaxy J3 Emerge and you had the question, will it game? Yes, it will game pretty decently. Is it going to run the top level games on the Play Store? Probably not. Probably will run them, but it probably won't run them extremely smooth and well. They might reload. They might have to reload here and there. But overall, you're going to have an enjoyable experience, especially for what you pay. I think you're going to be happy with it. So yeah, that pretty much wraps this video up of the Samsung Galaxy J3 Emerge gaming performance test. Let me know what you guys think of the Galaxy J3 Emerge gaming. Do you think it's good? Do you think it sucks? Do you have one? Have you experienced it? Share that down below in the comment sections to help everybody out here in the community. And do me a favor, if you enjoyed this video, click the like button for me. Subscribe to the channel for more technology videos like this. This was Nick here helping you master your technology. Be sure to be well. I will catch you all in the next one, and peace.